We begin digging deeper into the recent train derailments across this country. How often do they actually happen, and what does the cleanup effort look like? KREM 2's Janelle Finch is joining us here in the studio with more to answer some of those questions. Hi, Janelle.
Whitney, hundreds of train cars run through Spokane every day. But what happens when just one of those cars go off the track? I spoke to a locomotive engineer and the Washington State Department of Ecology to add some perspective to the train derailments making national headlines. Every time wheels start to turn and a train starts to move, there's potential for it to come off the tracks. That's how common railroad experts say derailments are.
On average, there's a derailment like every day somewhere.
Some can cause a domino effect of delays. Locomotive engineer Sean Blackburn says other derailments can get national attention.
There's a really big one that occurred in Ohio that made the news. It's really bad on the environment, really bad on the people in that town. There was just one a couple of days ago on the Clark Fork River in Montana that made the news because a whole carload of beer spilled in the river.
People are talking about train safety after recent derailments.
Now there's an increased focus and people really want to know, hey, I'm concerned for my town. Could this be a thing? And the truth is, it could be a thing for your town. It could be a thing for any town.
According to the Washington State Department of Ecology, 4,500 chemical spills occur every year in the state. But Response Section Manager Dave Beyer says people shouldn't be afraid of that number.
Washington State is a very prepared state. We're ready for spills to happen.
He says Washington works to prevent future disasters.
Washington is one of the very few states that has required our rail industry that's transporting the risk to prepare detailed spill contingency plans outlining what they're going to do and how they're prepared to respond in the event of a spill.
Blackburn says he doesn't worry about train derailments much.
I've had derailments. I've been on trains that have come off of the track.
When he thinks about railroad safety, he says train length is what people should talk about.
A train will stop here in Spokane and the next one will come up behind it and attach to it. And then they'll make one giant train out of two trains. So next time you're sitting at a crossing and you see this 4 miles of train go by, just hope that it doesn't break.
He says addressing train length and doing more inspections can keep a common event like a derailment out of national news. Yesterday, we asked Governor Jay Inslee about preventing an Ohio-level derailment in Washington. He told us the state is doing what it can to increase safety on railroads, but he hopes Congress will change laws to have more restrictions on oil transports. In the studio, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.